to our third webinar for 2021. I can't believe it's our third already. So if you are watching right now, do the right thing and share this video to your news feed. So I'll be your host again for today. My name is Romy and I am a proud GoDaddy guide. So we support entrepreneurs with their business and independent ventures. Aside from that, I also train and mentor other GoDaddy guides to make sure that, we are always on our A game when supporting our customers and partners. So this is a continuation of our webinar series, which is all about our entrepreneurs' stories. And if you want to get featured on our next webinar, or you have comments, suggestions on what you want to hear next, you can email us at webinar@godaddy.com. So let me repeat, that's webinar@godaddy.com. You can also send us a message here in our Facebook page for GoDaddy Asia. I am very excited to introduce our guests for today. To be honest, this is something that I was really looking forward to because it hits close to home. So today we are joined by Arvind Lalwani, head coach and founder of Juggernaut Fight Club, located in Singapore. And of course, we have our very own marketing director for GoDaddy Asia, Tina Shi. She'll be joining us for a chat and to answer some questions that you guys have.
Thank you, Romy, for the introduction. So this is our third webinar. And again, to reintroduce GoDaddy, who have never been part of the GoDaddy webinar, have not seen us before. GoDaddy is the one place where people come and name their idea, build a website, attract customers, sell products and services, and manage their work. We are the one-stop shop that with all the help and tools you need to grow online. And this year, with our new launching marketing campaign, we are here to help you make a different future.
Hi, Arvind. Hello.
Hey, Romy. How are you?
Arvind. Doing good. How are you?
Doing fine. Busy as always.
Yes, busy as always. So Arvind, as we all know, you and your business have been featured in our social media pages. But for the sake of our audience and listeners right now, can you introduce to us what your business is about?
My name's Arvind. I'm basically a managing director of Juggernaut Fight Club. We're a combat sports gym. We do boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling. We're into our 10th year right now, so we're one of the more prominent fight gyms in Singapore. So, yeah.
10 years. Wow, that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations for that. And the reason why I was looking forward to to interview you or get to meet you, because I am a fight sports enthusiast myself. So I did a little bit of training for boxing, Muay Thai and MMA before, and I got to admit, so this sport, so aside from helping your your physical health, it also helped me a lot with my mental health as well. And I'm a huge fan of this industry. So speaking of this industry, we want to know what inspired you to go in this journey in this unique line of industry.
Well, I've been in combat sports for, I would say, about 25 years right now. I started as a fighter, I competed, fought for my country and so on. And then it was a natural transition to get into coaching. So I started coaching at my previous gym, built a fight team over there. We built a really good fight team. And then I never ever thought I would actually own a business or start a business, but it was just an opportunity that came about with one of my personal training clients and my longtime personal training client as well. So I just took that opportunity and just went with it. The whole point was as well it wasn't even going to be a business for me. It was more of something that I do passionately, just coaching. And that's what I wanted to do. And well, it's flourished and it's become a proper business now. So yeah.
Well, reaching your 10th year, that must be something. If you're very passionate about what you do, you don't even, get to notice the time.
Yeah.
And I know it mustn't have been, that easy, especially in Singapore. I know there are a lot of big names in the fight club and MMA for Singapore. But can you tell us the struggles that you went through with starting this fight club?
I think, like all businesses, you got to go through like payroll, rent, and stuff, and all that, and like, trying to build your base and getting the members in and so on. So we needed to come in from a unique perspective. I just didn't want to be like any gym. I mean, when we started in Singapore, there were hardly any fight gyms in Singapore. We were one of the pioneers as well. So, and people knew we were a no-nonsense fight gym already. We were training like, good level fighters. We were competing overseas and so on. And that's in the last 10 years, that's what we've done. And we've built that brand in that aspect. So the whole goal was like for any layman to come in, female and so on, like to come in and just train like a fighter, a proper fighting techniques. You don't need to fight, but like you train like a fighter, and you feel good about it, and then it becomes like a community. That's what we try to build on. So yeah, it was tough for a few years making rent and so on, but eventually, it started getting better, and yeah, we're here right now.
Right, right. And right now, this is a huge community. I know that Asia is like the birthplace for mixed martial arts. However, we've introduced this industry and the world was aware of industry with, because of some of the European countries. And I'm really happy right now that we have this big community for Asia going on. And aside from that, Arvin, we all know that you're currently using our GoDaddy products and services to bring your business online. So can you tell us how that impacted your business, and why is it important to get your business online?
Well, that was the first thing we did. We needed to get our website set up, and we need to find a domain name, and also GoDaddy I mean, still is the hit name. So we just went in and like found juggernautfightclub.com, and then we started it all there. And yeah, it's definitely helped us a lot. Everything nowadays, you need to do it online, So with social media, with the website and so on. And we've built our steady base of clients basically from them searching our name, or like, finding fight spots and so on. And so it's definitely helped us out in more ways than one.
Awesome. And speaking of your domain name, I'm really curious. So, what's the story behind that domain name that you got from GoDaddy?
Okay. So when I was fighting, that was my fight name, the Juggernaut. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
So your
it was
fight name, your
exactly.
fighter's name, yeah.
When we were starting the gym, we were trying to look for a name, and then like, my partners were like saying like, no, let's call it just like, Arvind's Fight Gym, and I was like, that's lame. I don't want that. And it has to be like unique. And then like, oh, what about Fight Club? Like, okay, that's cool, but can't be just like my Fight Club. And then like, and then I just went, hey, why not like my fight name, Juggernaut Fight Club? And they were like, all right, that's it. So let's get it on.
And I think you've selected a very good name for a gym and for a fight club, because Juggernaut really has a strong impact, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, but so aside from getting a domain name, so what are the other tools that you think would be really helpful for you to establish your presence online, and what tools are you currently using to establish your business online?
Um, okay. I'm not very computer savvy, but the person who's doing it for me, I think they're doing the website and so on. But like I know, like we're using GoDaddy's platform a whole lot, with the setup and so on. So yeah,
Good
I
to have
mean,
friends who knows tech.
sorry, say that again.
Good to have friends who knows tech.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Hmm.
just the face of the company. That's it.
I
We'd
am
love
more than
to,
that.
yeah, we can schedule a meetup with you so we can discuss further, right? Like
Yeah,
how we can improve.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I mean, that'll help a lot as well, for sure.
All right. So Arvin, you know that this time, like in the last year, I know that we were hit with a huge pandemic, and your business, it's gym and it's contact sports. So, what are the struggles that you faced with this pandemic, and how were you able to overcome it?
Well, when the pandemic hit, then we had to close our business for 3 months. So the closure kind of affected us because, my trainers needed their job, needed to get paid and so on, and we were still doing that. Then basically we used the online platform. We started doing like Zoom classes and so on, to keep our members still in the freight, and that we weren't going anywhere. And we still did like our like pre-sales and so on, like reopening sales and all that, and that helped too. So yeah, basically it was just a learning experience for us, and the good thing was because we've always been known as like a proper gym that we care about our members and so on, and we treat them more like a family. And that's why, they've stayed with us since day one. I've had members since like before I even started Juggernaut Fight Club, and they're still with us. So that's always it's always a good thing. But yeah, the online platform helped us, like the Zoom classes and so on. So just to keep them entertained as well.
Wow. So that's good to hear. And we're happy that you were able to cope with the current situation. And I really agree with you. As a woman, when, I kind of feel intimidated at first when I started joining my local gym. But
Yeah,
once you get to join the club, the community, the support that you will have, it's very strong, and it's a huge family. So, if you're watching right now and you kind of feel intimidated to go to your gym, no, don't. So just go out there, just go there and build your family, build um your network, because this will really help you a lot, like especially
yeah,
my coach. And I know it's the same for you, Arvin. So my coach really helped me a lot, especially this pandemic. It's already exhausting as it is, like being stuck at home. But if you have other activities, right, that will help you improve your mental health. And also, I've got a
So
question.
I have a question. So for
Mhm.
Arvin, when you're hosting Zoom classes or virtual classes, bring classes online, do you have any advice to share with the audience? Because like us, we're doing this over Zoom. It's still virtual, and the work we've done with you is still also doing, cross-region virtual. Just I think a lot of people is facing the same situation. Just wondering if you have any tips or know-hows that you can share with people who are trying to bring their business online and share that experience online.
oh, okay. Well, for me it was like really new as well. I just went and I went and did it basically. Like, we I had this idea one day. It's like we're gonna do like classes like 3 times a week. So we set up the timing and so on. We posted it out on our website, and we are like, okay, Zoom classes at this time. And yeah, we just called out. I'm sorry, we WhatsApp our members, and they're like, okay, get ready. We're gonna start our Zoom classes, and we send them the link and so on, and we just went from there. And yeah, it was just like it wasn't really even like planned. It was just, let's just do it. So
Because
I
I was
think,
helping my friend with Zoom yoga classes. It was
uh,
horrible. Because you know how you trying to check everybody's position?
yeah,
I'm the
exactly.
tech person for the Zoom, and then you cannot like stop the class. And then the interaction was, it's a lot of learning process to make it,
Yeah, I think,
virtually.
yeah, the process would be like, what I did was like, okay, like I was the only one talking in class. So
Mm,
basically, I would talk, I would tell them what to do, and then I'll show them, and then I'll just like, okay, go ahead, do this, instead of everybody like talking at one time. Because like if you had like 20 people talking at one go, it'd be like, oh my god, whoa, whoa, whoa. So um, so I just did that, and for like a good 30 minutes, that's all I did. I was just barking orders and like, do that, and then I'm looking at them, I'm like, okay, you're not doing it, and then you're not doing it, you know. So that's how I did my Zoom classes, and yeah, it was kind of fun in a
mm,
way. But you still need the human interaction. I still
yep. Definitely. Technology helps, and
Yeah.
human interaction is definitely the key.
Yeah.
So, thanks for sharing that. I think that will be very helpful to a lot of people who is trying to bring the experiences online.
I think the whole point is you just gotta go ahead and just do it. Don't even think about it. If you have a situation there and you need to just take the first step, plain and simple. So, yeah.
Agreed.
Exactly.
So, Romy, become a MMA fighter. Just do it.
Well, I'll think about
It's a
it.
side hustle.
Still have time.
Still have the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Although,
Okay. I have a story. Like there's this guy I trained. His name's Rafi Majid. He started training boxing at the age of 31.
oh wow,
Yep.
okay,
At the age of 37, he was already he was the first Singaporean pro boxing champion, and he became WBC Asia Super Middleweight champion as well. First one in Singapore.
Wow.
that's
Exactly.
interesting.
Yep. So it's never too late.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of regret that I started late because I'm really jealous when I see fighters. And in terms of, speaking of regrets, Arvin, so I've got a very, special question for you. So, if you had to do it all again, would you change anything?
Wow. Well, if I had all this knowledge right now, that I knew of, and if I went back, I would pretty much, because back then we didn't have much opportunities for like fights. So as
Right.
an athlete, as a fighter, I we suffered. We couldn't. There was no shows and so on. So if I had if I had this knowledge right now, I probably would say like I would just keep going at it as an athlete, and then then maybe my coaching career would even change. So then I wouldn't be coaching. So I don't know. It's a tricky question to answer. I think where I'm at right now, probably I wouldn't change it. I'd be like, it's a life experience. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything. I would just be, it is what it is.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Then, what advice would you give to the people who are in a similar industry as you are?
Well, I would say don't give up. You gotta just keep fighting on. It's there are ups and downs in the industry, and if you're really passionate about it, you're passionate about your business, you're passionate about your sport. That you just keep going no matter what, and one day, good things will happen. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
that's how I live my life.
We're jealous, Arvin.
Why?
No, because you're doing something that you're really passionate about, and it seems like it's no longer a business, right? It's your life,
Yeah, but
and
it has taken a lot out of me, a lot in the
well,
last 10 years. Like, oh my god, the stories I tell you. Oy. But
But like
then
you said, good things come.
exactly, like it took a while. But yeah, so as you get older, you get wiser, and then you understand, conflicts and so on. And yeah, you just say, let's just go with the flow. And yeah,
so Arvin, we actually posted on our Facebook page, like if we have people who wants to ask you some questions. So we've gathered those questions, and I'm just gonna throw it all away at you. Okay,
okay.
so one of the questions that we received is that some of our viewers wanted to know how long did it take before you saw some profitable returns with your business?
I think I started. Well, the breaking even point came like probably after a year and a half. It started getting profitable probably by about the third year or so. So yeah, right about that time, about 2.5, 3 years, and then I saw some profits.
That's pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah, work really hard for it. That's why. But, and then the ups and downs started coming, and we shifted. Yeah, so it's the one thing I think that I've done wrong with it was like we've shifted like 4 locations in the last 10 years. So it's that wasn't a good thing. Instead, I was thinking I should have like expanded and opened up a couple of more branches, but learned my lesson. So right now, I'm staying put at my location proper. It's a great location that I have, and yeah, in the future probably, if there's opportunities, also we'll be franchising our business out.
Where are you located in Singapore?
Located on Beach Road. It's right up in front on. It's directly opposite the hotel. Which hotel is it? I can't remember. But we're just right smack like near the Arab Street area where it's really bustling, and right now it's one of the busiest places to be. Like all the restaurants and like bars and stuff is there. So it's a great location. We're pretty much central location. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
And yeah, so one more question that we also got from our social media page. So I guess this is the $1 million question. So how much capital did you require to start a business like yours? Like an estimate.
I think everything came up to about 150K, 150, 200K. Like, yeah.
Singapore dollars.
Singapore dollars, yeah. To start up the proper gym business. I mean, it was all because of like even the location we started with, where we were on Boat Key, and it was in Singapore. The rentals they're pretty expensive, so the deposits and all that went over there. And, location wise is a key element over here. It's if you're lucky, you can get a good location, and you get a good price. But yeah, so I think that's a lot of the money went into trying to secure the location and putting the deposits down and so on. So yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. I was wondering, you started with how many people, or was it just you?
It was me and 2 other partners.
2 or other partners. Okay.
Yeah. But now I'm just the outright owner. So yeah.
How are things starting with partners? Because we had 2 other SBO, small business owners like you, in the previous interview. One is a gelato shop. She started her business with her brother. Her advice to us is patience and respect. It's an important thing when you work with a family, and it's always good to have another partner to support you. And then Pearl, we hosted a reality show last year, and she was the winner from that show, Project Go. And her name is Pearl. She's from the Philippines. She's only 24, and she actually started an online business helping people hiring resources and doing SEO stuff. So I think she also has a partner, and because they started very young, they don't really have any additional advice. But when you work with partner, how was that for you?
The good thing was about the partner that I known. I known him previously for like even from my previous work. Like we've known each other like for like 6 years, and I was training him as well. So we were like good friends too, and yeah, I think it's all about mutual respect as well. So once we got into the business, they trusted me with the business because they didn't know anything about this. For them, it was just, okay, here's the money, here you go. So let's see what we can do. So yeah, that's so it's about trust too, and they trusted me with it, and yeah, this is where I'm at. But
And thanks for partnering with GoDaddy, Arvind.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but just to let you know, they're no longer my partners, but I'm still training them.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So you still have this good relationship going on, and then yeah, it's just great. Like I'm very loyal to people, so that's another thing. Loyalty, very
Agreed.
Exactly.
yeah.
So Tina, I've got a question for you since we have our partner here, Arvind. What sage advice would you give to someone who is considering to be part of the GoDaddy ecosystem?
So GoDaddy is a one-stop shop. So we have all the help and the tools that the small business needs to grow online. So the help, we have people like Romy, and we're opening more channels to people. So Facebook Messenger now is connected to Care Team. So connect to GoDaddy guys, so you can easily connect with us to ask us any advice on how to get started online. I think people overlook how important a domain name is. It's what tells about your brand. So you really need to secure the right domain name to start up your business and own that brand, and then continue to work on it. Like Arvind's case, he's been using that for, I would believe, 10
10
years.
years, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So that's something will be with Arvind, and then it's branded too. And then how do you consolidate everything in one place? Like Arvind uses WhatsApp to connect with his members, and then it's because the way he builds his business, it's very family, it's very community like, so they have that personal touch. And for other business, like last time when we talked to Christy, it's more on sharing her new menu. So how do you constantly update your page so people will come back to it? How do you do business listings so people can find you when they're around you? And how do you share that there are promotional items that's online? So I think holistically, people think tech is very difficult, but really depending on your business, and really think about what type of experience you want people to experience your brand online. And then talk to our GoDaddy guide. We are always here to help you to establish your online presence with the tools that's easy for you to use and at an affordable price too.
Exactly. You can always give us a call and chat with us and even shoot us an email. And one more thing, Tina. So can you share more about the one-stop shop concept? So what is it and what does it mean for small business owners looking to strengthen their digital presence?
The one stop shop is, we want people to log into GoDaddy if you're a customer. If you're not a customer, you visit GoDaddy site, you can find all the information you need at one place. Like Arvind said, even like he's so busy, he doesn't have time to deal with a lot of stuff. And personally, when I talk to other small business owners, some people think it's too hard. Some people think it might be too expensive. Some people think it will take a lot of time. But honestly, with the technology nowadays, with the GoDaddy product offers and GoDaddy guides help, it's actually very simple. Like the one of our product, W plus M, it's website plus marketing. You can even build a website through your mobile, like in 5 minutes, just to get the layout, and then it auto populated a lot of the contents. You just pick the industry, the photos, it's Getty image. You don't even have to do your own photos. So for people, a lot of small business out there, it's not just e-commerce, it's putting your name out there online, so when people started search, they can find you. So like Pearl's website, hirestaff.works, that's a site that provides a service. So put yourself online for people to find you. Share your passion. I think that could be a lot of aspirations to a lot of people.
Okay, so Arvin, last question to wrap this up. So what's next for Juggernaut Fight Club this 2021?
I think the next phase of the business that I want to do, like I think we do want to have a whole lot more of it, more online traction and so on, and at the same time as well to expand. So there are plans for expansion for the next year or so, and hopefully next year would be a better year. So by that time, everything would be cleared up even more. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the future, and putting our names out there even more with the help of GoDaddy as well.
So thank you, Aaron. So our campaign with featured you and your business. It's promoting the idea of make a different future for you and for yourself. So GoDaddy here is to facilitate the online tools and help to help people make a different future. Because I think in the new norm, people are still figuring out a lot of how to deal with things. And like you said, people should just start do it.
Yeah,
Don't overthink it. Just do it and then learn from it.
yeah.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arvin and
Not a
Tina. So
problem.
this was, as usual, we've learned a lot, and I hope that your story inspired some of our viewers, and we'll never know. Probably will, some of them will start their own business. And we wish you all the success. And I know we still have this pandemic, but we want to make sure that you will still keep moving forward, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Romy.
Same here, Arvind. I'm going to Singapore sometime, I think, hopefully next quarter.
Okay.
So hopefully I will meet in person.
Yeah, just let me know. Come and see me.
I'll
We'll have
train.
coffee.
I'll do.
I'll train in
Yeah.
your gym, Arvind.
Yeah, for sure. I want to come back to the Philippines as well. I can't wait.
Yes, please do after the lockdown.
Yeah, of course.
And thanks everyone for staying with us. So if you have more ideas or suggestions on what you want to hear next, again, shoot us an email at webinar@godaddy.com. That's webinar@godaddy.com. You can also send us a Facebook message. And after this, you will see all the links where you can contact and reach us. And if you want to know more about GoDaddy, the products and services that we offer, GoDaddy guides will be very excited to assist you. You can give us a call and chat with us, and of course, check the links. So tune in for our next webinar and follow all our social media pages. Once again, this is your GoDaddy guide and your host, Romy, and you guys have a safe day ahead.